Now, just when we thought the guys over at Binance were completely giving up on Terra Luna Classic and not gonna do the 1.2% burn tax, they hit us with a 12 punch, guys, and they bring back the possibility of seeing Terra Luna Classic burnt at a 1.2% tax rate on all. Yes, all spot and margin trades. This could be absolutely huge for the burning of Terra and Classic, and we could absolutely see that supply diminished in an extremely short period of time. If Binance does jump on board now, I want to break down this proposal that Binance has put out there. There's a lot in it. Okay, it's a 3-step proposal to get the 1.2% burn tax implemented on all traders on the Binance platform, so it sounds like something you're interested in. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you click the subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We're here every single day and we are growing our portfolios together. And look at, you're brand new to investing. You don't know where to buy stocks and crypto. You got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit. You guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, $1 crypto trade, you're gonna get $5 in free crypto. And if you want 8 crypto exclusive exchange where you can buy and sell Terra Luna Classic, you've got KuCoin down in the description, or if you're an international user, there is an international Binance link down there as well. Make sure to check that out if you guys are interested in buying and selling Terra Luna Classic on either Binance or KuCoin. But Coin at least rewards the more active trader. So if you guys are very active traders, check that platform out and you could earn a lot of rewards that way. But I do want to jump into this video right after I say thank you. Thank you, guys. Sincerely thank you. For over 100,000 subscribers, it is absolutely priceless. And I mean, my gosh, man, I'm literally like, I'm all excited today hanging this thing up. I'm very excited, very appreciative, and just wanted to let that be known. But I do want to jump into this. There's a lot to read here. So we're going to be reading across the Binance thing and in the Binance blog. Sorry. And I will link it in the description below if you guys want to read the text for yourselves and get a little bit better understanding. So they say, so we will listen to our community, we will do the following already. And listen, I'm not gonna give too much of my opinion on this. I may do another video breaking down how I think we get there, because there is a lot to understand with these 3 steps that we need to get through in order for this tax to be implemented. And there's a lot we need to understand to get there. So listening to our community, I think that it actually listening to us, they already would have implemented it, but nonetheless. Opinions for another one. Step 1. We will implement an opt-in button for people to opt in to pay the 1.2% burn tax on their Luna trading. Now this is interesting, okay, because it's slightly gonna divide people, active traders, those that are just in Terra Luna Classic to make a quick profit and get out. They may not be interested in opting in and burning that tax, but that's just step 1. You're going to have a choice if you're trading on the Binance platform. You're gonna choose to opt in or opt out, and if you opt in, the taxes aren't gonna be initiated right away. So this, I do like this part, I believe this is a freebie from CZ Binance here on this. That's step 1. All you're going to have to do is opt in if you want to opt in, or opt out if you do not want to burn the 1.2% tax on Terra Luna Classic. Step 2. This is where it gets very interesting and we could see things get difficult. In step 2 here, when the opt-in accounts reach a holding of 25% of the total Luna Classic held on Binance. Now that's a lot. We'll talk about that number in a second. Here we start to charge the 1.2% tax for all opt-in traders when they trade Link or Terra Luna Classic. Now, this prevents the people who don't hold Terra Luna Classic from affecting the votes. It also gives the early adopters peace of mind that they are not the only few paying the 1.2% burn tax. Everybody at that point would be paying the 1.2% burn tax that is opted in. The tax only kicks in at 25% quorum. This should encourage them to opt in more easily. Now, why does it encourage them to opt in more easily? Because, like I say, you're not going to get hit with that 1.2% burn tax. The few that do opt in, they're not just going to be tax and tax and tax and tax, and the 25% quorum has never reached, they're gonna get taxed on their trades and so on. We do need that 25% quorum. So what that means? If the current numbers guys Binance holds a massive amount of Terra Luna Classic on their platform, it would need to be $150 million+ opted in. Now, there's probably a lot of people who already support and are considering themselves lunatics on the Binance platform, but at the current numbers we would need roughly $150 million. To be considered lunatics, to be considered those that support Terra Luna Classic burns, and to be considered those that want to rebuild the blockchain. So if you guys have your Terra Luna Classic on the Binance platform, we need to see at least $150 million opting in before we reach that quorum and before those burn tax start. So that's very important. Step number 2 is to make sure that we have a lot that I consider $150 million. A lot of money. I hope the Terra Luna Classic community absolutely has that available, and I may talk about a way around this in another video I do. So we'll talk about that as well. But this is strictly going through the steps to know what we need to do to accomplish this 1.2% burn tax on all Binance Terra Luna Classic trades. Now step 3. This is important as well. When the Optane traders reach 50% of the total Luke trading volume, or the total Terra Luna Classic trading volume on Binance, they're going to roll out to 1.2% burn tax to everybody trading Terrible in Classic. It doesn't matter if you were opted in or if you were opted out, you will see that 1.2% burn tax now. This prevents the large link whales who may hold large amounts but don't actively trade. Influence the votes. So for example, if you've got an account out there, the guy's sitting on $100 million of telling a Classic, but he's just sitting on $100 million of telling a Classic, never buying, never selling, none of that. He's not going to be able to influence that vote because he's not actively trading, his account may not be opted in and therefore he may not be trading, and they're not going to consider that in the voting process. I believe that's fair. I truly do. Now here's the thing. A lot of people that want to see the 1.2% earn tax rate now are of the mentality that, well, if I buy it and I hold it, everybody else will be burning except for me. Guys, this is where it does become important. We need to see massive amounts of people willing to support those burns by putting their money where their mouth is in burning. I don't believe that Binance will be the only exchange that does this. If we can convince them to do it now. If the threshold for step 2 this is important, this is little disclaimer. If the threshold for step 2 cannot be reached within a 1-month period, we need to have $150 million opting in a 1 month. After step 1 or after the opt-in button becomes available, they're not gonna do it. They're just gonna scrap the idea, or if it falls back below, if you opt in and then all of a sudden everybody starts selling off, they're going to stop that. So if it falls back below the threshold in the future, we will remove the opt-in feature to keep the similar or simpler user experience. So it is very important that we reach and maintain that 25% quorum. Or at the current price is roughly $150 million opted in for the 1.2% burn tax guys. Just a brief example of what's possible with this, and I will do another video on how I think we can reach these levels. What's possible right now, we're seeing somewhere between 500 and a billion trillion Classic being burnt by the burn tax alone. That's awesome. It's truly incredible to see those numbers, but we do need them to increase if we ever expect Terra Luna Classic to burn the supply. These current numbers gonna take 20 to 40 years. That's too long. People know that's too long. So we need something to change. This could absolutely make that change for us and reduce the time frame down to 1 to 3 years before the Carolina Classic supply is drastically reduced and we start to see some major burns and those potential $1, $2, $10 prices that a lot of people are talking about on Carolina Classic. So hopefully, this sheds a little bit of light onto what Binance needs to see in order to get that 1.2% burn tax implemented for everybody on their platform. That's not the end though. I still think that there's potential for KuCoin, for Kraken, for all of these other exchanges to see this proposal and compete. If they compete with Binance, they might make it easier. If they compete with buying it, they say bring your link over to KuCoin, they might make it easier to burn over there so they see this intention by Binance. We might see the competition spark up and that is going to be beautiful for anybody holding Terrible in a classic. Hoping for this burn tax to go through. I want to know what you guys think. Get any questions? Get any concerns? Get any comments? Let us know down there below. And of course, if that button right there's still red, make sure to click it. Subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day and we are growing our portfolios together. Guys got Claro83 on Twitter and Instagram. Getting 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull. KuCoin has talent. Classic. You also got an international finance link down there if you want to use it. Free Discord. And until the next time, hope each and every one of you have an awesome day.